you're Dimitri's girlfriend, right? If I am, why are you holding my man's hands?
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, beautifuls. This is Aromie here. Welcome back to Tailor Tales. We are here heading into chapter 14. And all that I remember that I recorded the other day was we're finally going to be working on the wedding plans with Sarah and Dimitri now, including us with the whole situation. It's hard to breathe. My heart is beating wild. Oh! Now I remember. We caught Dimitri holding hands with Kim. I done forgot. My heart is beating wildly. My eyes are wide and alert. Glued to Dimitri's back as it appears into the horizon, a feeling of dread spreads over me, tainting every corner of my body. Doubt and paranoia grow in my mind like a rotten seed. That's Dimitri. He's holding a girl's hand, walking to an unknown destination. Why are they holding hands? Why? My mind keeps repeating the image over and over again. I can't stop thinking of Alex, finding out about those text messages, that he betrayed my trust, that he went behind my back and had sex with other motherfucker! Once I see Alex, we're beating him up with other girls. That's the man that I loved and thought I knew. Ended up being nothing like I thought he was. Betrayal, anger, shame. All of it is rearing its ugly head again. I'm nauseous. I want to throw up. I don't know what's wrong with me. To be honest, why is he holding her hand? Maybe he's pretending to be her boyfriend? Maybe that's the only excuse I can think Dimitri can give me that I would be like, okay, I guess. Everything in my body is screaming at me to do something, but I don't know what. I'm in a state of fight or flight panic. Ooh! I don't follow Dimitri or call Dimitri on his cell phone. If I was in her shoes, I don't think I would have the balls to call him. I would probably follow. My feet start moving against my will. My mind is blank as I pick up the pace. Technically, this choice is probably just as bad as just calling him, you know? But calling him, he wouldn't answer, probably. Gotta keep moving, gotta keep these feelings at bay. I'm walking fast in the same direction I last saw Dimitri. I wanna know so badly. I have to know. It feels like I'm going to suffocate if I don't. People around me are nothing but passing blurs. My blood feels like it's boiling, running through my veins fast and hot. My heartbeat is drumming in my ears. I can't hear anything else. In the distance, I see Dimitri with the girl, Kim. They both disappear into an alley. My stomach... What the fuck are they doing in an alley? My stomach swirls uncomfortably, but I lurch forward. I'm walking to the beat of my heart. Each step I take sending shockwaves of anxiety through me. The alley is getting closer. It feels like the walls are coming at me, boxing me in. Should I really go after him? Should I really go into that alley? I don't think we should. I push through, or she's gonna go anyway. Rounding the corner, entering the alley. Well, she's more ballsy than me. My eyes can make out what's happening, even though I'm hyper aware of everything at the moment. Dimitri's further into the alley, crouching down on the ground. The girls next to him also down on her knees, cooing at a box. I'm panting for air that feels thick and heavy in my lungs. They're just probably looking at kittens. But why are you holding her hand? I know we're not dating, but my girl has mad feelings for you that she just doesn't know about yet. What are they doing? Then Dimitri finally turns his head and spots me. His eyes wide when he recognized me. Michiko? He calls out for me. I'm frozen on the spot. Can't move, can't breathe. It's getting away, yells Kim. Dimitri tears his eyes away from mine and focuses on the box in front of him. The box is moving, making sounds. I can hear a small hiss. Dimitri's hand reaches side of the box and he winces in pain when he gets scratched, but he manages to pull out a small kitten from it. It meows loudly, and wrestles with Dimitri's hand, digging its claw into his skin. Quick, the carrier, he commands. Kim swiftly takes out the carrier she's been holding and opens the door. Dimitri places a kitten inside of it and Kim closes the door. He quickly takes it off her hands and holds it himself. Alright, let's take it to the vet. Quick, she says. Closest one that's open for emergencies, 300 meters from here, says Dimitri, who is already looking at his cell phone for nearby clinics. They're both coming my way. I'm shaky, feeling like all the energy in my body has slipped away. I still don't understand why you're holding her hand, though. Michiko? Dimitri says as he stands in front of me. I open my mouth, but I don't know how to respond. We're taking this kitten to the emergency room. If you want to come with us, just follow me. Dimitri doesn't even wait for my response, and he walks past me with Kim following behind. I spin around to look at their backs, my mind a complete mess. Dimitri is rescuing a kitten. To be honest, I would have went home. I don't know what went down during the past hour. Everything is so fuzzy in my mind. I've calmed down though I feel like everything around me is passing me by when in reality I'm standing still, not knowing what's going on. You're Dimitri's roomie, right? I turn my head towards Kim, a bit shocked that she's speaking to me. My body feels rigid, yet I force myself to nod. Such a coincidence you were there too. The poor girl got attacked by kids. They can't be so cruel, she says in a sad voice. I was like, who's getting attacked by kids? She's talking about the kitten, right? I've been keeping tabs on her before, feeding her a little bit, hoping the mother would return. Kim sighs, but I guess that's not happening after all. I remain quiet, looking down at my hands on my knees. I keep wondering if she's Dimitri's girlfriend, something which he's kept from me all this time. Dude, don't say that because I'm real hurt, because I just remember the time where he's like helping us on our period and everything. When I mentioned it to Dimitri, he demanded to know where it was so we could rescue it. She smiles to herself. He's got a big heart. A sharp pang of pain goes straight through my body. The feeling eludes me. I have no idea what's wrong with me. I should be paying attention to what's going on, but instead I feel like I'm not even present in this world, as if I'm having an out-of-body experience. I can't stop thinking of Alex. What did I do wrong? What did I do to deserve to have my trust shattered like that? I thought I was over this. The anxiety attacks, the late-night sweats, the trust issues. Yet here I am in a state of panic because something triggered me. Burying my face into my hands, I drown out the world around me. I don't want to be here. Michiko? Shocked, I look up. Dimitri is standing in front of me, those deep blue eyes gazing at me with worry. Are you okay? You look pale, he says with concern in his voice. I swallow, my throat feeling dry and raspy. Yeah, just a stomach bug, I lie. Dimitri nods at me, pulling away. He looks so serious all of a sudden. The vet says she's going to pull through. She's got a fractured front leg, but it should be able to heal up just fine. That's great to hear, says Kim. Dimitri smiles. She needs to stay here for tonight under observation. Afterwards, we can look into finding a home for her. Maybe the cat cafe will take her, suggests Kim. Maybe, Dimitri replies. We can always give it a shot. I glance down at my hands, fiddling with my fingers. Is Dimitri's hand okay, though? Because the entire time as I'm reading this, I'm like, did he get checked up? Because it was a stray cat. You don't know what stray cats have. They can have, like, viruses or anything. I don't know. Taking a deep breath, I speak up. If you can't find a place, I don't mind housing the kitten until someone adopts it, I suggest. Dimitri looks surprised. Really? I nod my head at him. Dimitri then breaks out into a smile. That would be really helpful, Michiko, he says excitedly. I promise I'll take care of the kitten myself. I give him a weak smile in return. My heart has finally calmed down and I don't feel as nauseous anymore. That doesn't mean I'm fully comfortable, though. I'll let the vet know we're bringing it home with us tomorrow then, says Dimitri before walking away. It's just me and Kim again. I take in a deep breath, steadying myself. Then I turn towards Kim, ready to ask what's been on my mind since I saw them holding hands. Is she Dimitri's girlfriend? Excuse me. God, I'm so burpy. I don't think I'm gonna ask straight up if Dimitri's her boyfriend. I'm gonna ask, how do you know Dimitri? We obviously know they know each other probably from work, but whatever. I'm not gonna be that bold. If I was in her mindset, I would not be like that bold enough to ask if they're dating, but I'm bold enough to follow them, you know. Kind. How do you know Dimitri? I ask her. It feels a little weird to ask her directly if they're in a relationship. Kim leans back in her seat. Dimitri was already working at the cat cafe when I joined. He showed me the ropes, you know. Dating now, I muse out loud. But he's been very professional. Nothing inappropriate has happened, she says quickly. I arch my eyebrows at her. Why does she feel the need to make that clear? Kim notices my confused expression, then lowers her own eyebrows at me. You are Dimitri's girlfriend, right? If I am, why are you holding my man's hands? I find myself blushing. That's the second time she mistakenly believed I'm Dimitri's girlfriend. It does mean that they're not together, though. But, you know, just because there's goalie doesn't mean you can't make the shot. Is that what the saying is? I don't know. The guys around here be saying it, aka Tyler and a coworker of mine. They always say that line, but I never freaking remember the line. But again, if she thinks I'm his girlfriend, why would you still hold his hand? No, I'm not. Dimitri's my tenant. Kim sighs. I'm sorry. I thought perhaps you two might have gotten together recently. That picture of the two of you is mighty confusing. Picture? I question. Yeah, I think it's for some kind of photo shoot. Oh yes, that one. The one where Dimitri and I are acting like a couple. I can see how that would confuse her. Still, I didn't think Dimitri would be showing it off to other people. To prevent a lull in the conversation, I asked her something else. Do you enjoy working at the cat cafe? It's a very cool job, better than working at an actual cafe. Caring for and interacting with the cats is the best part, she says excitedly. I can't help but smile at her enthusiasm. She and Dimitri would be rather cute together, despite my early reactions towards it. Dimitri walks back into the waiting room, looking a lot more self-assured. Alright, I paid for the vet bill. I'll be coming back tomorrow to pick her up and take her home. She seems to be doing fine, he informs us. That's a relief. I'm glad we got there in time, says Kim with a relieved sigh. Yeah, thanks for telling me, Kim, Dimitri says while smiling at her. I feel a little out of place for some reason. Michiko? Dimitri prompts me. I look up. Are you free right now? For some reason I can't seem to answer straight away. What was I doing before anyway? I completely forgot. Right, I had a meeting with Mandy. I'm free right now. Great, then let's go shopping. I need to go home anyways to walk my dog, says Kim as she stands up. See you next week then, says Dimitri. Yeah, bye. Kim leaves the waiting room first. Can you explain why you're holding her hand? Dimitri is still standing in front of me. Suddenly he crouches down to my level until I'm staring straight into his blue eyes. Is your stomach still upsetting you? Should we go home straight away instead? He asks, clearly worried. You're not your usual self, he observes. I'm really in pain right now because like the anxiety in my hands are starting to creep. And I don't want to start crying. I almost forgot about my stomach bug lie. I'm obviously not like my usual self when only an hour before I had an almost full-blown panic attack out on the street. Now that I'm going to tell Dimitri this, I can hardly put it into words why I was triggered in the first place. I shake my head. No, I'm fine. We could go buy some things for your kitten. Dimitri stands up again, not looking very convinced. Alright, let's go then. We both leave the clinic. Who would make their cat wear this? I question loudly. In my hands is a frilly pink tutu for a cat. I can only imagine that this would drive any cat crazy. Even I, a fashion designer, would have subject a cat to this monstrosity. Dimitri chuckles behind me. I don't know, it's sort of cute, don't you think? I stretch a tutu in front of his face. Really? I question loudly. This is cute? Anything made for cats is cute. Cats in general are cute. He explains with the sweetest smile. Well, I guess I can't argue with that logic. I put the tutu away as I look around for other supplies. We've been here for several minutes now looking for a litter box and some cat food, though Dimitri's been mostly distracted by cat toys. I should really put my phone don't disturb. He's holding a large fishing rod type toy with a ball tied at the end of the string. He bounces it up and down to test it out. Dimitri laughs to himself, looking quite amused. He's rather enjoying this. Perhaps a little too much, but it's rather cute. It's making me forget about an awful experience today and simply feed on Dimitri's positive energy. It's rather strange to think I'll soon have a kitten at my house, but I'm excited about it. This will be your first pet, right? I asked Dimitri, standing next to him while he's inspecting some fluffy balls. Yes, my mother never allowed pets in her home, so this will be my first. He looks very happy. His smile makes my heart melt in a puddle. Thank you so much for offering to let it stay with us. Don't worry, it will 100% be my responsibility to take care of the kitten. Plus, it will only be temporary until we find a new home. With all of his smiling, it makes me rather concerned. He's already getting attached to a kitten that's still at the clinic. What if he won't be able to give it up? Dimitri, I start. Dimitri stops putting cat toys in his basket and looks at me. Don't get too attached. I warn him. I don't want him to break his heart when it's time to part. Dimitri's smile falters and he immediately looks down at the floor as if he realizes he's been living on cloud nine the entire time. Right, I'll try, he mumbles. I poke him in his side to cheer him up, but he can still be excited about it. Dimitri flashes me a grin back to his old spirits. Yeah, he says. Then he happily goes back to browsing the aisle full of toys. It's quite fun to browse around the store like this with Dimitri. It's like my panic attack from before didn't happen at all. I'm glad I get to be so carefree with him at the moment. Soon Dimitri has got an entire basket full of cat toys, from small little plastic balls with strings on a fishing rod to a remote-controlled mouse. Wait, are you really buying that? I say, pointing at the mouse. It seems rather expensive. Dimitri sighs. You're right, it's probably a bit too much. He says with a disappointed groan, puts the mouse back where it came from. I giggle at him. My mood has definitely improved. A woman suddenly walks up to me, tapping me on my arm. Excuse me, but she butts into our conversation. Aren't you from that flyer? I turn around to face her. I don't recognize her. She's rather petite with large orange curls. Flyer? I repeat. A couple of weeks ago, I got this flyer in the mail, and I believe the both of you were on it. Ah, yes, I remember it now. Wait, someone recognized us from the flyer distributed? I'm quite surprised. Dimitri has the same expression as me, startled someone recognized him. Are you two models? She asks. I shake my head with a chuckle. No, I decided it's better if I wear my own creations than letting someone else model it. Ah, I see. So you're the owner. My sister went shopping at Beautiful. She said she loved the dresses there, says the woman. I feel myself glow with pride. I humbly look down, unable to prevent myself from smiling wildly at the compliment. That's very lovely to hear, I respond. It's still a rather new business, but I'm glad word is getting around. Trust me, with those kind of dresses, you and your husband will have a very comfortable life to look forward to. Husband? Dimitri squeaks, looking embarrassed. I'll be sure to drop by for a visit sometime as well. I want to see your collection with my own eyes, she says with a wink. That would be great, I reply enthusiastically. The woman waves us goodbye and walks to another part of the store. I can't contain myself and jump a little from happiness. Did you see that? She recognized us from the flyer, I squeal. And she has a sister that loves my dresses. My chest wells up with pride. I'm so happy to hear a compliment about my work. I'm very grateful that there are people who go out of their way to tell me something like that. Dimitri fidgets on the spot, looking timid. He scratches the side of his cheek. I think I'm a little too young to be someone's husband, he says meekly. Right, it almost slipped my mind. The woman thought Dimitri and I were married. It seems to be a common error regarding that picture. I shrug at him. You don't look all that young, though. You could easily pass for my age. Dimitri perks up. Really, you think so? Well, yeah, look at how tall you are, I say and point at his head. People will assume you're older. In fact, I assumed Dimitri was older when I met him for the first time. I guess he's always looked a little more mature than his actual age. Still, to have people think I'm your husband, Dimitri chuckles nervously. Don't worry about it. I mean, we did pose as a couple after all. It's only natural people would think something along those lines. It doesn't bother you, he asks, his tone suddenly a lot more serious. Why would it? I do get a little embarrassed when people misunderstand. Oh, I gotta save actually and end the episode. But this is where we're gonna end the episode. I'm gonna say why would it? Because to be honest, my girl doesn't know her feelings, but I know my feelings for him. And I'm gonna be like, whatever about it. But anyway, thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Touch it,